people pay attention, and that's very difficult to do because the theme of this event obviously is to enjoy each other. And but before we can enjoy each other, we want you to take at least 15 minutes of your time to listen to the speeches because they're very important to the Morelli family, because we both, Angela and I, have a message to deliver. And I think that you'll find it well worthwhile. So if you give us a minute of your time, that would be greatly appreciated. So, hey, let's settle down out there. All right? Okay? That's good to see. I knew these people were all mature and responsible enough to respond to my request. So, okay, here is Angela. And actually, before I introduce Angela, our master of ceremonies, and be nice to him. I don't want you to see you start to talk again. So, again, here's Abil.
Thank you, Larry. I could have gotten your attention better than you could. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's a beautiful crowd, and we got probably a lot larger than we've had in the past. So welcome everybody to the 3rd annual Nicholas Morelli Memorial Fund charity hockey game and silent auction and various events that are going on throughout the night. Before I call up Angela and Larry to say a couple of things, I just want to announce just a couple of things first and foremost. Just a reminder that the 50-50 tickets are still going on sale. They are 10 tickets for $5. The game is starting at 7 o'clock, and the game will be taking place at the arena directly behind you, the Kojiko Ring, the Red Arena. So 7 o'clock. We'll be announcing the winners for the 50-50 as well as the raffles closer to the end of the night. So I encourage everyone to stay. And last but not least, I encourage everybody, not encourage, but I want everybody, if you drink, do not drive. So thank you. So I'm going to pass the mic off to Angela. Thank you.
Thanks.
It's crazy actually, because I remember as a little kid that I was very shy and scared to talk in public. And I remember we used to have public speaking competition, and I wouldn't do it. So my dad went in and talked to the teacher and said, "Give her another chance." And he talked to me and gave me a pep talk, and then ever since then I kind of ran with it. City finals every year. So I don't know if everyone knows, but this event was actually inspired by Nicholas's friends who he played hockey with. And then from there we just kept it going, and I talked to my family, and we decided that we wanted to start a fund as a way to keep Nicholas's memory alive and keep him as a part of our lives going forward. So we've been overwhelmed with the support that we've received. It's definitely emotional and hard at the same time as being a wonderful thing. I know that he would be proud of us if he was looking down on us. Because of your support, we have been able to do many good things. We've created scholarships, donated hockey helmets to a kids program. We have donated literacy supplies to inner city schools, and we will continue to benefit the society as long as the support keeps coming. All of these things would not be possible if you were not here. I would especially like to acknowledge those individuals who have given their time to make this event successful and possible. Those individuals who are part of the event committee are Leslie Lamont, Ben Thompson, Derek Doyle, Phyllis Way, Al Simone, Nick Simone, Alan Dow, Lisa Crapsey, Brittany Brownie, Ashley Zecca, Alicia Emery, Emile Albieri, I know I said that wrong, sorry. Eric Marie, Jeremy, Ashley Burdecki, Steve Ace, Paul Morrison, Kayla Parenti, and Kayla Catalino. I would also like to mention and give special thanks to Ross Simone, who has taken the time to create a wonderful website for the fund. Already we have had over 7,000 hits on our website. It includes information about my brother, about the cause, where the monies have been going, as well as the sponsors. So thank you very much, Al. And that's the Nicholas Morelli MF.ca. Our work has gotten people asking, who is Nicholas Morelli? And it is such a great honor for me to explain to people what an exceptional person he was. And this isn't by chance. It's because of my parents and how wonderful they are. They have dedicated their lives to their family. This is a debt I can never repay. So as a result, all of us have been lucky enough to be raised in that atmosphere, which I know isn't as common nowadays. So I thank you for that. I would also like to say that I hope we can continue to push forward and that the fund will grow and that Nicholas can continue to live on through this fund and we can continue to do good in his name. So thank you very much for being here, and I wish everyone a Nikki hug.
For those that know me, it's very unusual that I bring notes. I usually like to wing it. But for some reason, over the last couple of days, I've had a little anxiety. And I thought I better write something. So this morning, I found myself on the brow, hyperventilating, writing in bold letters my speech, because I didn't want to screw it up. This week, you've probably seen Angela on Cable 14, and of course there was a newspaper article in the Spec on Monday, and I didn't know whether I wanted to hug Angela or punch her, because this event was her idea. And as I said to her, I said, this week is an example of why I really didn't want to do it. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I've been on an emotional roller coaster ride for the whole week. And when I look at the committee that we have, what a bright and vibrant group. And hopefully they're with us for a long, long time. And if they are, this thing will survive and grow. But as I said to Leslie this morning, or actually it was yesterday, I said, hey, she was having some issues too. And I said, yeah, Leslie, as rewarding as this event is, it does have its challenges, both mentally and physically. And it's just something that we have to deal with. We are finding after 3 years, it doesn't get any easier. Actually, it's getting even more difficult. And again, we're not looking for pity, but I think that's just the way it is. And that's why tonight I wanted to deliver a message to the kids. And to me, the kids are anyone that's younger than I am. And I also wanted to give you some insight and a hint on how I see things and how I feel. And most importantly, being the third year, I wanted to define the theme of the event, a time to reflect. And hopefully, I can bring it all together somewhat, and hopefully, you get something out of this. Over the last year, the messages on Nicholas's Facebook have begun to wane. And this is not unusual or uncommon. It was to be expected. Life goes on. And as for the event to move forward, It has to have a purpose, not only for the kids in the community, but also for the people that support it. And these people are you. You need to support it not only this year, but the years to come. And that can be difficult. Nicholas, don't get me wrong, will always be the heart and soul of the foundation and this event. His love and passion for life, family, and friends, and his work is why this event was born. And why many of you are here tonight, and also the ones that aren't, that have contributed. Everyone that knew Nicky or came into contact with Nicky gravitated to him in the short time that he was with us. But as time goes on, in order for this to grow, people who didn't know Nicholas will need a reason to get involved. And that's where you all come in. So at the end of this, I'm going to ask you a favor. And I'll need you to remember what that favor is. When Hots and the Asian Sensations go on the ice tonight, as I have for the past 2 years, I will picture Nicholas skating out there with you. This is where I visualize, well, I probably will visualize for as long as you play. And hopefully that's for many, many years to come. But as you hockey players age, Nicholas will always be 24. Nicholas never had a chance to leave his mark. He would have been an asset to society and definitely a benefit to the community. And that's another reason why Angela and Madeline wanted to create the foundation in his memory. Nicholas loved us and all of you who knew him. And he knew we loved him. But when he so abruptly left this earth without us having a chance, as Madeline put it very well, an opportunity to say goodbye, it magnified the pain. Our lives were changed forever, never to be the same. And even people who knew him directly and indirectly, when this happened, it gave them a time to reflect on what really is important in life. And I remember parents, and parents still come up to me, especially when that date comes around. And they say they go home and they think of Nicholas and they go up to their kids and they give them a hug for no reason, wherever they happen to be, and no matter what age they are. And when they tell me this, it puts a smile on my face, because Nicholas always gave Lois and I a hug or a kiss, no matter who was around or where we were. And that's what love is. So, as I tell you kids, for the ones that are growing and getting into whatever you're getting into, no matter how important you become or how important you think you become, always take and make the time to reflect on what life is really all about. And let this time of year be the time that we do reflect. And that's how we're going to make this grow. Lois and I live in a moment in time. When we think of the past, because many people have always told us, you know, you have your memories. And if anyone understands death is a part of life, and we understand that, not that we accept it. But when someone has gone full circle, it's very simple and very easy to remember the past and have a smile put on your face. But once someone leaves so abruptly that had a whole life ahead of them, it's not the same thing. So Lois and I, we cannot think of past memories because it conjures up the future. So the past is an illusion and the future does not exist. Because when we think of the future, we think of what a life would have been with Nicholas physically here. And even since when I go to work now, and people don't know this, and I see I have some friends here from work today. When I get to work, I go into the office and I grab a coffee. And I go back to my car, light a cigar, and say a prayer to St. Jude. And I ask St. Jude for 3 things. I say, 1, keep me strong so I can make it through the day. 2, keep my girls healthy and safe. And 3, have Nikki contact me. So far, I'm batting .666. And it's nice to know that, and that most people are brought up, most of our kids are brought up to learn how to earn a living. And sometimes they're not taught on how to live life. And let me tell you, young kids out there, that if you can accomplish both of those things, you'll be a satisfied old person. I'm sure you've heard some of us old folks say, you know, where has the time gone? You know, what have I accomplished? For what and for who? Don't put yourself in that position. So when you get the call next year and the year after that, and of course year after year, it comes pretty quickly. I don't want you to roll your eyes. I want you to stop, and I want you to say, yes, it's that time of year to reflect. And that's a good thing. For anyone over the age of 60, you can classify this event as a love-in. For anyone that's under the age of 60, you can classify it as a reality check or a therapy session. The favor I'm asking you for is to bring a friend next year that isn't here tonight, and let him know what this event is all about. This day will remain a day to come to laugh, to smile, to hug, give Nikki hugs, reminisce, ponder, cry, meet new people, renew old acquaintance, and most of all, reflect on what life is really all about. Nicholas's earthly candle may have blown out 2 years and 24 days ago, but who's counting? But when that happened, many earthly candles were rekindled or were brightened for those that were touched by him. And the favor I ask of you again is to keep it alive and pass it on. His death reinforces the preciousness of life and those around us. And that is his gift to all of us. This event and foundation is only as strong as the people that support it. And when I look at my girls, Angela and Madeline and Lois, and especially all of you, it gives me great comfort in this moment in time. And I thank you for it. So with that, I want you to enjoy the evening, enjoy each other, and again, thank you.